Hello, true duelists. My name's Craig Fee, and welcome to the new card report. That's right, the new tempered new card report, where I only really talk about the things that I think will or could be relevant, or maybe that I just particularly want to laugh at. So, have a handful of cards from the upcoming Premium Pack 2024 from the OCG, and some new promotional cards, ranging from a potential new meta staple to a straight up fucking sin that Konami continues to commit against myself and all my fellow true duelists. We start with a quirky new rank up spell, and the worst card in this video. Sacrifice Level Up is a normal spell card with a hard once per turn that can target an Xyz monster you control and then banish 2 of its materials. And if you do so, you can then summon an Xyz monster from your extra deck that's 1 rank higher than the original targeted monster, but it will not be able to attack this turn. Now, this has maybe 4 uses currently, but it's a very interesting effect overall. You aren't ranking up the monster you control, you're just yoinking its materials and getting out another different Xyz to do something else with. Which means that you're looking for 2 Xyz monsters with 1 rank's difference that don't mind or don't care about having Xyz materials. The simplest thing I can think of is, say, a Traptrix Pingluclia? No, not even remotely. That one, or a copy of Time Thief Redoer that has built up some number of materials to then banish 2 of the hopefully opponent's cards that you've yoinked from them and summon out a copy of Cyber Dragon Nova. You can then rank up that Nova into an Infinity for an extra negate, and the rank 4, whichever one you used, can realistically gain materials back through their own effects. So that's like not horrible, but there's definitely room for this to be abused in better ways and better circumstances in the future, I would assume. Consider it kind of like the Duality spell card we got about a year ago, or however long time was. Right now, none of us care about this, but when Joshua Schmidt or some other qualified fucking world champion tier duelist goes to a YCS and throws it in their deck, suddenly everyone will have secret super duper known the whole time that it was amazing, and will be flooded with comments talking about how they alone knew the strength of this card and they won every single locals and they're intelligent, and we'll have to all round of applause them. So until Joshua Schmidt tops with it, you can forget about this, but when he does, get ready for assholes. Welcome to the internet. I love game. There's also some fun fire supports in Premium Pack 2024 that are worth looking at. Electro Gunner is one with a terribly mismatched name in my opinion. This level 4 fire machine has 1800 attack and 1400 defense, and can special summon itself from your hand if you normal or special summon a fire monster. And if summoned this way, it can send a level 8 fire pyro monster from the deck to the grave. It also has the effect on field to give all fire monsters you control 300 attack if a spell card is activated. The attack gain is permanent and also irrelevant. The neat thing is that it's a self-summoning level 4 fire monster that something like, say, Volcanic can play. Hell, if you play Volcanic, you can bin a copy of Emperor as well alongside that extra body. But really, what this is neat for is it gives Volcanic a little bit of an easier time to get access to Infernal Flame Banshee, a rank 4 that's basically King of the Feral Imps, but pyro. And also it can send to the grave instead of adding to the hand for that extra bit of versatility. Plus, in Volcanic, you can banish it to summon Emperor and then summon that card back for free for an extra body. Is this card amazing? No, but it's solid for Volcanic, and I am a goddamn Volcanic simp, so you bet your ass I felt like talking about it. And nobody bring up the Blazing Mars or whatever, because I haven't read the manga, therefore it's not real, and it's not meant to be played with that. It's meant to be played with current competitive Volcanics. Don't at me. And last up for fires, oil. Yep, straight up, just oil. Do not tell the United States of America. A normal spell card with a hard once per turn that targets up to 2 level 4 or lower fire monsters in your grave with different names and will add them to your hand. Would you look at that? Fire finally gets an equivalent to Salvage. Salvage being a water equivalent to this card released, I don't know, a decade and a half-ish earlier. But Salvage can get any 2 water monsters with 1500 or less attack, and it isn't once per turn. So you can grab higher levels, just as long as they have low enough attack, and even 2 of the same name with Salvage, whereas with this one, you can't. You gotta go any level that's 4 or lower, so there's differences, there's comparisons. It sucks for someone, say, trying to get Scattershot live again by getting all of them back into the deck, because you can only get 1 Scattershot with this effect, but Volcanic does have other means to replenish those scatter shots, so it's not like it's really worth complaining about. Plus, this is support for a lot more than just Volcanic. You could play this in Infernoble, or Snake Eye, Rescue Ace, Fire Kings, or a number of other decks. Will any of them? Probably not. I do not think that would be the case. But it's not nothing. Salamangreat also doesn't need this. No, I really have nothing. Salvage fell out of favor in water decks in like 2014 at the latest. I don't know if Fire Salvage a decade later is going to be what does the trick, but it's nice to have some extra bit of support for the attribute. Plus, someone said oil. And that shit mine!
No, I heard oil! That shit is mine!
And going away from Premium Pack and onto promos, I present to you all this abomination. Fire King Consort Ulcanix is a level 4 fire-winged beast with 800 attack and 2000 defense. It's Garunix, but it's a harpy, and it has 2 effects, and I hate it. On normal or special summon, this can destroy 1 other fire monster in your hand or face up on your field in order to add a fire beast, winged beast, or beast warrior type monster from your deck to your hand, and then this card will become the level of the monster that was added to your hand by that effect. And if it itself is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can summon out a copy of Fire King High Avatar Garunix from the deck in defense position. Alright, let's get this out of the way. In the competitive variant of Fire Kings that's seen sporadic tops at, YCS Bologna, pre the new support from Phantom Nightmare that really catapulted Fire Kings into relevance in the OCG, this card is not really worth playing at all. It doesn't really do anything for the deck that isn't wanted or needed in any capacity, and the Diabellstar package can already get us to our line for Ponix and Island and set up the Mega Chicken Garunix and the Avatar Kirin. We don't need another normal to pop a card in hand. That's not what that deck is looking for. Plus, the float into the original Garunix is irrelevant because I don't know of any Fire King decks that are really playing OG Garunix, except for like enthusiasts who are also stuck in 2013, such as myself. Most people have given up on the original chicken. There's like 2 better ones out there. But the bigger question here is, why the fuck is Konami doing this to me? From the Silent Force with the human Saphira and Saravis and now Garunix? Quit making the cool monsters of this game into generic fucking anime girls. What, we don't have enough? We have more than enough. We have so many goddamn anime girls. We have so many goddamn dragons. Leave the chickens alone. Or give me anime girls turned into monsters. Fuck it. What are the exorcists? Like, give me the Dispater equivalent to every exorcister. I want to see some fucking abominations, but not this kind of abomination. Hell, if you want to do this type of shit, why not do like a werewolf-esque archetype with like a human form and the monster form? Or the, werewolf-esque in that, there's the beast form and the person form, but like, fuck it, this is sacrilege. Quit turning the monsters of dual monsters into just people. It's fucking lame. And at this rate, I'm gonna have a stroke. So before I pop a blood vessel, let's get on to the next card. And look, just for a change of pace, it's an anime girl. It's okay though, this one's actually a good card. Moon of the Closed Sky is a dope name, and a link to Light Fiend with 1200 attack and arrows pointing up and top right. It will need any 2 effect monsters to link summon, and its effect on field will allow it to target a face-up monster that this card points to, and this turn, if you link summon a monster, you can use that target as one of the materials, but only for a link 5 specifically. If you would link summon a link 5, you can use that target as a material. If you're seeing this card and you think, wow, Underworld Goddess, that's because that's the lore, baby. I think that's like a younger version of it. Who gives a shit? Either way, it clearly synergizes with Underworld Goddess. And yes, using this card's effect would allow you to use 2 of the opponent's monsters as link material, 1 through this card's effect and 1 through Goddess's inherent effect. So that's cool. It does out 2 of the opponent's monster, but it does also ruin the, quote, white woman jump scare that Underworld Goddess is associated with. Because the moment you summon this card out, it becomes immediately apparent what your next play is going to be. It's still removal. It's some strong removal for anything that can be targeted, but it becomes telegraphed, and that can be a pretty big weakness. Now, granted, it doesn't have to be used to summon Goddess. There are other Link 5s. I think 4 or 5 more of them. I don't know, Dragon Link might think it's cute to use this to make Boral end. Maybe you're a psychopath and you play 5-headed Link Dragon for just the enthusiasm. But overall, it's no SP Little Knight. But that doesn't mean that it's bad, okay? If every card needs to be compared to and as good as SP Little Knight, this game is going to get insane. So, it's a cute tech. It's neat. And it's an anime girl, so some people absolutely love it. Not me, though. I am a certified hater. And so that'll wrap it up for this new card report, just covering some of the new cards in this one. The regular update will be out on Friday, as usual. Until then, I've been your host, Oversized Suit Fee. Yep, that's me. And I want to thank LIFD for sponsoring my video as always. The true Duelist approved way to show off your favorite cards and the best way to support my channel currently. I gotta give them credit. I drop the F-bomb a lot and they're still here for me, so big thank yous from McSpankies. Absolutely love this thing. Genuinely love putting my cards in it. It moves between this desk and my desk when I edit. It's cool stuff. Check it out. Promo code YGOSTRATS15 if you're interested, and if not, big thanks for watching. Like I said, updates out on Friday. I already said it. There's a whole script and I ignore it every time I get to this point in the video. Isn't that crazy? Anyways, that's it. See you tomorrow, folks. I'm out of...